I came to Guam on April 24, 1975, as a 19 years old, last year in my high school. And when I don't really remember a lot because I was jet lagging, scared, fear, confused, and we stayed only a week or less before we move on to Hawaii and California. But this time, when I come back and I look at Guam with the fresh, different perspective from an older person ready to retire, and then I look at all these young folk that I come out and volunteer. They're in the high school, first year of college, Marisa, Nate, and Mikey. I was so touched, and I suddenly thought, oh, but they was my age. And I just wondered, what's my story? I should tell my story on the perspective of a young person. So I think I feel sorry about life of a civilians in Saigon. My family didn't go through war per se because the capital is relatively safe, and we don't have bombs dropping on us. We don't see fighting, and we live a relatively safe life. Then suddenly, 1975, the fall of Saigon, we got our lives totally uprooted, and it's a shock to the system. And we have to leave, and we have to embark on the journey that we didn't plan. So here's my bag. I literally, everything that I can take is in this size of the bag. And the gentleman that were going to take us out on the airplane say, you can only take each person in your family a size of a handbag or a backpack. So we have 1 hour to prepare. Imagine you're 19, you're 21, you're freshly out of high school. What's important to you? I'm sure what important to me is very different from what important to my mom or my other family member. So for that time, we have 1 hour to quickly make the decision to prepare this bag. What should I take? What would you like to take if you have to go and leave your home? You know, all the young people. I would like you to reflect on that. So I went and prepared my bag. And every year after I leave Guam and arrive in California, we have made many moves. But every time we move, I always take this bag as the most important thing, the highest priority to put it onto my moving van. But I never opened it. I wasn't ready. I don't know what's inside. I know it's important inside, but someday I may open it. So, in May this year, or May, April, I came with Kathy with a friend to see the exhibit in UC Irvine. And I met Dr. Kim, and I was looking at all the exhibit, and I thought about my bag. Maybe I'm ready, maybe not. Okay, but anyway, with the invitation of Kathy, we said, okay, we're going to go together to Guam, because I really want to go back and thank the people that help us and find the place where I was. I'm not sure if I really was here, you know, because I don't have any photo for sure. My first photo out of Vietnam is in Camp Henderson because a friend come in and take the photo. So I have no physical, real concrete memory of Guam. The only thing I have is this one. So I said, okay, maybe I should go back to Guam and find out what happened to us during that 7 day. And so I'm ready to go. And Max told me, can you bring your bag to show us? So I said, okay. And what do you have in the bag? Don't ask me that question. But anyway, 1 week before I get on the plane to come here, I finally opened the bag. And I pull out all kind of things. And this is some of the things that I have. So here is my prize achievement, because at 12th grade, I passed the English proficiency test with American Association, and my book is English for Today. Did anybody remember English for Today? We learned to say, hi, how are you, and the daily living. But when I came to United States, looking for a job, my first job is an interview at McDonald's. And the manager said, can you speak English? Can you take order? Can you run the front? I said, wait, I have some. I pulled it out. I have a certificate, English for Today, proficiency test. But she said, I don't care about that. Can you take order? Fine. And I get fired 1 week later. That means whatever we have is just an illusion, okay? So, but anyway, I'm very proud. So I have my ID on the last year, the 12th grade ID, and I have the letter that I type up to apply for college in America. The map of Guam was somehow in there. Maybe I pick up at Guam, so I have the map. And then I dig a little further, and out of this, all this paper came out. And I said, did I do that? Did I remember that? Oh, I passed the SAT test. Let me go to it. Yes, that was the SAT test, and that was my application to Ohio State in February or April. Here's my little notebook of how I talk to my friend and keep the address. There's my birth certificate. There was my Guam or capitulated paper that cleared me for entering to United States with, medical. That was my high school watch, very, very valuable to me. And here is the American Association. Here's another visa to go to Taiwan. But by that time, Taiwan embassy is already closed. So I found all this and the memories coming back. And what would the 90 years old today would take? What would you take? Or what my son would take? But back then, what I take is homework, exam, a record. But every single one in my class, this is for them, because many of them did make it out. Many of them, some of them drowned. Many didn't get to go to college. I have a friend who was very, very smart in my classmate, and he went to Italy. He went out on the boat at the Italian ship, pick him up. And they put him right into the factory to do some work. So 25 years later, I met him in Italy, and he said, you became a dentist. And he started to feel really sad. And I said, I know, your math is way better than me. You could have been an engineer, dentist, whatever you want. But circumstances, he's still a mechanic in the factory. Okay? So what I was trying to say is, I don't know which way life take you, but I sent in an application in February and April. Mills College sent me an acceptance letter. But my bank account is getting really small by that time because I only work as a tutor. My mom is a single mom. She's a high school teacher and a volunteer acupuncturist in the temple. So whatever I earn, I put it in the application, the test fee and all that. By that time, I have 1,300 Guam left. And $1 is 1,100. Anyway, the letter came. Wow, I'm overjoyed. And the letter say, April 14th, saying, okay, you get accepted, you get financial aid, you get everything, but you must have a deposit of $100 to save your state. And I have $1 in my bank account. I don't want to ask my mom for, and I don't think she will have money to pay for my room and board. So I said, okay, it's just a dream. This is sweetie. This is 11 souvenirs. And the handmade later, I'm here. April 24, miraculously. Okay? So, in this bag, in this notebook, just last night, I have to go through every single page, and I found this address. Yes, I did. I was actually here. For a long time, I thought, okay, maybe, but I don't know what camp. I don't know where. And here they even have the bivouac number, and I'm upstairs. So my first stop out of Vietnam, far from the safety of home, was right here. And we were strangers from a very eastern land for the Guam people, massively migrating through Guam in just short notice. And I hear the story from you, from Mr. Basa, from all the gentlemen here. We were jet-lagged, confused, scared, young people, despair. And the worst is, oh, I'm far from all my best friends. That's devastating, you know? But we came here and we realized that all of you came out, welcome us, prepare the water for us, prepare the electric for us, share your school bus for us, and make us feel safe.